kind of run you through a couple of steps. So first off, before you load or unload, make sure you got your disc up front, and you got your rollers, your liners in the back. You want to raise it. Inside of your boxes here is where you put your seed. Before you do your seed, you've got these little knobs right here that come across the whole thing here. You want to make sure that you put them up into the second notch down, and then it's locked in, and then when you're completely done seeding at the end of the day, you drop all of them completely down. And that cleans the seed out so you don't have your neighbor's seed planted in your fields. Right here is where you set your seed rate. So you take your number here and you times it by 5, and that gives you how many pounds. So for example, right here with 4, if you times it by 5, that's 20 pounds per acre is what you're planting. So right over here, there's a chart right here. If you want to, you can go through and run through the chart, and you can calibrate it and get your exact with the scale. Right here, before you start planting, you got this right here that you got to spin, and you got to turn it and lock it in place. So right now I just got done planting the field, so I just took it out so it's in the outer position. So now it's locked out, so now the sprocket doesn't work. When we go to load it, we'll kind of run through the different steps, but you have a standoff on each side. Then you have these support bars right here. So we'll kind of go over that as we're getting ready to load it, and we'll go through the next steps. The back boxes, this is for your light fluffy seeds like your weeds, your grasses. This small box up front, this is for alfalfa. But again, this has your seed rate right here as well, so you can calibrate it and get your seed rate put per pounds per acre you want to plant. You also, underneath this, you have sprockets, where if you want to adjust your sprocket so it has a different feed rate, you can adjust it right there. And this is a Truax 7518G no-till drill made by Truax in Minnesota, designed and put together by Jim. Awesome machine. We planted a lot of acreage in Utah, and really pleased with it. So with this, we'll shut this off at this point, and then we'll bring up the next shot when we go to load it, so we can kind of demo the trailer and kind of go over the hydraulics. This one, you got to have 4 remote hookups on the tractor for doing your front and rear hydraulics. So with that, we'll shut this one off, and we'll follow up on the next one. Thank you. We're in the process now. We got the drill loaded. Come over here and look. We got the front discs are in that first little groove right there, and then on the back it's balanced as far as the weight goes. I got it centered and square now, so that we make balance for when it's loaded. We don't have problems. We're trying to haul it down the road and have the trailer be off balance and fishtail. At this point now, pull the hydraulic lines off. Takes 4 hydraulics, as I said earlier. Bring them around here, lock them into these slots. Okay, and then what we're going to do is this jack right here. This is the storage spot when we're operating. I'm going to switch over to this other side. Okay, so I got the block in here. With the purpose of this is a couple things. First is I'm going to lift it off, take the pressure off of the hitch here, or I can pull the tractor out of it. Second off is we got to jack this up and off. Put the 2 jack bolts down. Got to be high enough to pull lines up. Okay, so you got one of these braces on each side. And tighten them, never crank them down because you will not get them off. Pull these two nuts off here. Cotter pins put in there. And then put your nuts back on. Remove your nuts. Yeah, now we're going to swing the tongue around, so when we do the tongue, you have to pull this pin out. Swing the tongue around, and we'll put this pin back in. Okay, as you see, we swung the tongue around, we got this pin in, we got our braces off of here, we got the nuts back on. We got these braces here, we got the keeper pins. We've got it squared up on the trailer. The stands, there's one on each side and they're down and they're locked in. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and chain the drill down. And then once we chain it, we'll do our next video and we're gonna show how we gotta pull this back up onto the trailers. Especially these rollers. That's the weak spot where it catches. Got this drill loaded, use the tractor, and I run a chain off of those buckles. I use it and I put the truck in neutral and then I pull it back with the tractor. If you don't use the truck, you're going to break your truck. Then what I try to do is this tongue right here in the center, I try to get it close to the middle of these tires here. How I know I got it perfect, I come right up here. Before it was too far back, so this was tipping up and all the weight was on the bottom there. Now you see the weight's on the trailer hitch, so that's where you want it. Now what we got, you'll have to stick your camera in there. We got these two chains, there's one on each side. That holds the trailer solid to where it doesn't come off. And then there's two locks on both sides of the wheels. You want to stick your camera in there, and you got to put them in when you're unloading it and take them off when you're transporting.
It will not go if you leave them in.
Correct. Yeah, so now we'll put this on and you spin it around all the way until it's locked in there. So you get it that tight. And these locks in here, and you pop those up, and then you get your cotter pins back in. Those lock the tires out from there where they don't spin. Helps you to unload and load. Okay, and then when you grease this thing, you want to do it every time you take it out. There's grease zerks right here on the fronts of all of these. I'm a big believer in the no-till drill. Cuts down the compaction, cuts down the disruption of your soil, where you keep a good soil layer. I planted my front field last fall. Our next segment, we're going to go up there and we'll take a look of what I planted in the fall. And then I just planted 2 fields today on my ranch down here in Sanpete. So it's a great tool, and a big believer in it. So thank you. This is Jason Krebs again. I'm working with Mikey LaRiviere from the Sanpete Conservation District, located in Utah. We're over at my ranch now. This is Moroni, Utah. We've had a couple clips of processes with the no-till drill, the planting. I planted my field here last fall, and you can see how good it's coming up already. It's kind of filled in full and got a good start. We got springtime coming up here soon. We're in the first part of March, and hopefully it'll take off good, and we'll have a good crop this year to take care of feeding all the livestock. So with that, thank you for joining our videos today, and hopefully that'll help you guys do a little something to get where you're at. Another thing I did, as I was telling Michael, is I got a couple of soil samples, Ziploc bag, a couple little shovels of my topsoil, put it in the Ziploc bag. I put a flag and numbered it. Then I shipped that off to USU, and it's $30 per soil sample. And they tell you what your soil's lacking, fertilizer, what can grow best in your soil. So a lot of useful information. But with that, thanks for your time and have a good night.